Yes, in terms of Goodrich's military expectations, there is a particular focus within the company right now to develop a strategy that seeks to grow the business with our military customers worldwide. In fact, military and space are featuring highly in the company's business expectations at this time. And what we try to do is we try to balance our business between the military and defence business, the civil aerospace business, and our aftermarket services business. And the military content is becoming increasingly important for Goodrich and our shareholders. Yes, to respond to your question to the publicised delays for the Boeing 787, Goodrich is working very closely with our customer. Certainly there has been a number of impacts in the supply chain and within the total program itself, but I would say that we have some solid countermeasures in place, and we have a great deal of confidence in the program. And like many of our partners and other suppliers, we are working very diligently with Boeing to make sure that we get the countermeasures in place, we get actions realised, and we get back on track as soon as possible. The company is working very hard across many different products on that particular platform, and it's vital to Goodrich that we work closely with our customers and our partners to ensure that the program is a success. Your question about the MRO business in general and its competitive aspects is very appropriate. Given the economic crisis that we've seen, and certainly the MRO activities have been impacted by that. So what we strive to do is we continue with our implementation of continuous improvement activities. We've been working with our customers to align their maintenance activities with our products and services. And in general, I would say from a competitive standpoint, our focus is on service levels, making sure that we get the assets back to the customer and they don't, in terms of turn times, service levels, quality, etc. So service levels in our MRO sector is vital to the competitiveness and the continuing growth in that part of our business. In response to your question about the research and development and the intellectual property plans at Goodrich, research and development forms a very important and vital aspect of our business. Clearly, from a competitive standpoint, we need to invest in new technology, new materials, and from an intellectual property standpoint, we value that very highly, and we seek to preserve that within the company. We have a corporate level focus on research and development. We have budgets that are issued between the businesses to endeavour to integrate our products at an aircraft level, and we have a team in place within our corporate office who directs and gives guidance as to how the various businesses should interact to make sure that we leverage our competencies and our investments. Yes, your point about the environment and green activities in the industry is very timely. Of course, globally, the manufacturers, the airlines, the governments, and the public is very conscious of the need to go and invest in these technologies. I'll give you a specific example on the nacelle that is designed and developed by our aerostructures business. We contribute to weight reduction initiatives on the nacelle, which of course has a positive impact on the fuel consumption for the engine. We also have technologies that seek to reduce noise for the engine. So clearly noise pollution is an area that we are very involved in. So in terms of materials, weight reduction, materials composition as it relates to the content of the materials and how they might be recycled in the future, weight reduction in general, noise attenuation, and other aspects of the product manufacturing and development process that seek to preserve those objectives for green technology and preserving the environment. Yes, in fact, the A350 program is a very exciting prospect for Goodrich. In fact, in the facility here in Toulouse, we are going to be very involved in the A350 nacelle integration process, and we are in the planning stage for implementing a new paint line, and we're also working with our senior executives to justify an investment here in Toulouse for the building here at Gramont. So clearly the employees are very excited. I'm very excited for the team here, and we will expect to be supporting the activity around about March or April of next year in accordance with the flying testbed schedule for the A350. So the program is accelerating. We are on track so far, and we are working very well with Goodrich and Rolls-Royce, and we expect to get some authorization from our board of directors in the December timeframe. So we're very excited about the investment here, the jobs that will be created as a result of that, and of course working closer and closer with our customer Airbus on the A350 program. Your question about the A350 schedule, what I would say is that, in terms of the nacelle and the power plant, we are on track to the aircraft requirements. And our experience with Airbus is that they have some very robust tools and processes that help identify risks early enough in the program that afford the opportunity for Airbus and its partners to implement mitigation plans and counteract the potential impact of any risks. So we are working hand in hand with Airbus. There's a very collaborative process in place. The tools and the processes support the program schedule. Development programs in general, however, are very complex, and every day can bring a different challenge. But we're ready for those challenges, and we're ready to work very close with our customer to make sure that we achieve the milestones that are set forth today.